ela quando ela sai,
Guys, what's up? We're pulling up today. So I've been contacting my boys, you see, trying to see our 90th minute winners. So this is our 90th minute award. Let's get it on with it.
Mamouche. Nunez into the box. Nunez. Leno got the touch. And acrobatically in by İlkay Gündoğan.
Started. Okay, first we're gonna start off with, of course, the nominees. You can't stay without the nominees, bro. If you don't nominate those players honorable mentions, then something's wrong with you. You see, something's wrong with you. Because this season, we've seen some great talent pulling up and showing off. Players like Lamine Yamal in the Champions League against Inter. Somehow they lost that game. But hey, they just messed up in the last minute. Jan Summers playing very good. Gianluigi Donnarumma. We've got Dembele from being a flop at Barcelona to balling out at PSG. So we're gonna start it off with the most improved player of the season. Our mentions are here on our board right now. We're gonna pull it out right now. Okay, our mentions for the most improved player are Amad Diallo, Anthony, Scott McTominay, Gravenberch, and Szczesny. Okay, that's our top 5. Gravenberch had a sensational season at Liverpool, winning his first Premier League, one of the underrated players in that Liverpool team. For me, I think he did very well. And then Scott McTominay, after being sold, goes on to Napoli to win his first Scudetto. He literally moves from Man United and goes off to win in a different league in Italy. That just has to say levels for you. Winning his trophy in his first season, transferring, being one of the sole players of the reason for that win. So for me, that was very impressive. But we also have players like Anthony, when he went out for his loan spell at Real Betis, scoring games. Now they pushed up. I feel like that's big for me also. I feel like that came big. But it also ended up to be the main man himself. So we're gonna open it up. Our 90th minute player, the most improved 90th minute player, we have Amad Diallo. Let's move on. Maybe we can move on to... Okay, let's move on to the breakout player of the season, because this one's kind of nice. This one's kind of spicy. You see, breakout player of the year or the season, whichever way you want to call it. We've had players breaking out this season. Players coming out of the Arsenal Youth Academy like Lewis Shelley, a left back from Arsenal, ball. So we just had a minor delay on what had to be done, but we're back and live, pushing on for the breakout player of the year. See, when I look at this, I see a defender, Huijsen. Not sure if I pronounced his name correctly or even close to even being fine, but Huijsen or Hausen, whichever way. Then you had players like Mamouche scoring bangers against Bournemouth. Hausen couldn't even stop Mamouche himself. Hausen is also a breakout player himself, great defender for Bournemouth. Lewis Kelly, great defender, great left back for Arsenal, but Mamouche for me, for us, the 92nd Bros, pulled up the votes, and we had our player pull up. This guy pulled up some great stats. I won't lie to you, he had some great stats. Even though I'm only mentioning 3 players, those are the 3 players for me that actually did very well. Also, we have players like Dohu, also players like Joel Neves, who had breakout seasons, Ousmane Dembele. Of course, last season he was called a flop as a Barcelona player, of course. You know what he did at Barca. But this season, he broke out sensationally. But for me, after what I saw and what we saw as our boys, it was not even close to being unanimous. It was like by 1 vote that Mamouche won, that this player won it. So, give it up, a round of applause for our breakout player of the season in the 90th second awards, Omar Mamouche. This guy clearly made it happen. He really made this one happen for himself, putting himself in like one of the biggest wonder kid. What players like Lamine Yamal, Joel Neves. I know everybody's gonna roast me in the comments. Every person who watches this video is gonna end up roasting me. But roast us as much as you like. But Joel Neves got 2 votes. Then Lamine Yamal got 2 votes. Then Dohu got 2 votes. Then now it has left to one person to pick one of the 3. This person went for the player they thought was a midfield maestro. Basically a next Rodri mixed with a Kevin De Bruyne. Physical, fast. Okay, none of those two people were ever fast, but like physical, fast, has the vision and has the defending. So I'll gladly say I'm very sorry to Lamine Yamal, Dohu, but the best wonder kid for the 92nd boys goes to Joel Neves. Joel Neves had a sensational performance, balling out almost in every single game, making some crucial assists in the Champions League. We know Dohu got a brace in the Champions League final, probably making it as, I'm not sure, I'm recording this after the Champions League final. I'm not sure if he was man of the match. I didn't check that yet, but I know they won 5-2. 5-0, against Inter. Inter worked so hard to get into that final just to lose 5-0. Man, that's the most embarrassing final I've ever seen. We move on from that embarrassment. We go on to the manager of the season. And I think a lot of people are going to start thinking about this. There was the PSG manager. I don't really know his name because I don't care about him, but he managed the team quite well. There was the PSG manager, Hansi Flick, Jürgen Klopp. Can't really say much about other managers. Some managers just had a drop off this season, like Pep Guardiola, Carlos Ancelotti. Oh man. But the boys ended up voting for their 90th minute awards to go to their manager of the season, Hansi Flick with getting a double against Madrid. And there are sensational players like Lamine Yamal. They just balled out for them. So the boys went for those guys, thinking that they are the best. So now we go to the best transfer of the season. Wow, we had some transfers over here. Mbappe going to Real Madrid on a free deal. Started off rocky because he's now playing as a full number 9. Not occasionally playing number 9, but now actually in the number 9. Started off rocky. Didn't really show what he's capable of. But as the season went on, he went on to perform and show his talent. So, but there are also players like Kvaratskhelia from Napoli to PSG showing colors, mate. Assists. Oh man, the boys by unanimous decision went for Kvaratskhelia from PSG as their best transfer of the season in the 90th minute awards, in the 90th minute show. So I didn't really take too much time on that one because too much time is not needed for that one. Kvaratskhelia was just showing colors, showing his talent, and showing who he is as a player. Manufacturing defenses, dribbling. Bro was moving like, who can we say? We can say like early Neymar, because in his prime he was like injury man, so like early Neymar, like in his early 20s, shining at Barcelona. That was who he was. Let's go on to the most surprising team. The most surprising team of the season. Okay, we saw teams like Nottingham Forest finishing 7th after a horrible season. Teams like Crystal Palace beating Manchester City in the final of the FA Cup. I still can't believe it. Teams like Napoli with Scott McTominay winning their Scoretta, which is their league title in Italy. So people might say go for Napoli or go for Crystal Palace as they want, but the boys went for a rather different strategy. So the most surprising team of the season goes straight into Nottingham Forest as a team with Chris Wood scoring goals for them. Oh man, that team was sensational. But we go for the Yashin Award, which in the 90th minute group, we call it, our MVP keeper of the season. Our keeper, like, we keep this guy, bro. Like, this bro balled out, making save after save. We know Emiliano Martinez. He won it last season. He still could win it this season. But for us, the 90th minute, we had to go with somebody who went to the final of the Champions League. Somebody who went for a clean sheet in the final of the Champions League. You know, like, for this one, only 4 people wanted to vote. 1 person voted for Emiliano Martinez. The other 3 voted for Gianluigi Donnarumma, and your winner goes to. For me, it showed that he was showing colors. He was showing he is a good player, not just by one way, by like his whole talent as a whole. He's like the next Buffon. You feel me? You get me? Like, that guy will pull up a save after a save. showing his colors. And now we go for our MVP. Or we say most important player. Our best player for this season in the 90th minute. Every game lasts 90 minutes and every player does his job for the next 90 minutes or if they get subbed. So for our Ballon d'Or, our MVP, it goes all the way to Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or in real life for us. We think he's a very strong contestant for it, as he shows colors at PSG. He won the title. Y'all might say it's the Farmers League, but it's still a title end of the day. There's teams like OM, Lille's, Monaco is currently rising up, even though they sell their best players, but they are rising up. Oh well, like Olympique Marseille, which is OM, there are teams that are showing talent there. It's starting to become less of a farmers league, even though it's called the Liga McDonald's. Like McDonald's, you know, I chow McDonald's, but Liga McDonald's, their sponsorships are not the one, but their teams are the one. Their players are showing flair. Ousmane Dembele, probably gonna win the Ballon d'Or. He has a Champions League, he has the league title. Only thing he's missing is a World Cup now. So, basically, I think he's won the treble, if I'm not lying. Their domestic cup, their league cup, and the Champions League. Yeah, I think PSG won 3 of those this season. So, Ousmane Dembele takes it on. Now, I say goodbye to you all, 90th minute boys. And I say, this was our 90th minute awards. And this is how the 90 minutes ended. Thank you. See you later. I'll stop.